Hey guys, welcome back. Today's recipe is some sauteed and smothered cabbage with smoked sausage, barbecue chicken, and sweet potato hash. This is a yummy recipe for New Year's Day, so let's get right into it. I first started off by chopping up my cabbage as fine as I like. Make sure you remove that middle piece because you don't want to cook that. Then I started rinsing my cabbage off in a bowl and chopped it up a little finer. Next, I'm going to start on my seasonings. So I started with some onions, some red and green bell peppers. I like to chop them up really big. You can chop them up small if you like. Next, I started on my smoked sausage. I chopped them up as fine as I needed them to be and started sauteing them in a pan. I'm going to saute them for about 15 minutes or until golden brown. Once I finish sauteing my sausage, I'm going to remove them from this pan. I added about 1/4 stick of butter to my pan, and then I'm going to go in with my seasonings. So I'm going in with my red and green bell peppers, and then I'm going to go in with my onions. After I put my onions in the pan, I'm going to go ahead and add some minced garlic. You can use as little or as much minced garlic as you like. After this sautés down for about 5 minutes, I'm going to go in with my dry seasonings. So for my dry seasonings, I use some Tony Chachere's, some Slap Your Mama seasoning, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. And I also use some Worcestershire sauce. No, I didn't say that right. Once I add everything, I'm going to go ahead and let it mix up and saute in the pan. And then I'm going to add my cabbage in to with the seasonings. You can use water or chicken broth. Chicken broth does give it more flavor. And then I'm going to add my dry seasonings back into the pan on top. And I'm going to cover it with the lid and let it smother down for about 20 minutes. I do like to stir as I go because I want to make sure that um, the cabbage is not drying out and nothing is sticking to the pan. I also like to smell the aroma. I then added my smoked sausage back to the cabbage. I'm going to mix that in and go ahead and let that simmer down some more for about 20 minutes. That looks good already. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start on my chicken. I do clean my chicken with some lemon and water. Once I remove the water, I pat the chicken dry with a paper towel or napkin. Then I'm going to go ahead and start seasoning my chicken. So I did start with a little olive oil, some Tony Chachere seasoning, Slap Your Mama seasoning, some onion powder and garlic powder, some cayenne pepper for a little spice, some paprika for color, and some parsley. So once everything was seasoned up really, really well, I put these in the air fryer. You can put these in the oven, that's completely up to you. Next, I'm going to start on my barbecue sauce. I like to cook my barbecue sauce on the stove. So I started with some butter. I added some bell peppers. I did go in with some onions, and then I'm going to go in with some minced garlic as well. Once this saute's down for a second, I'm going to go ahead and add my barbecue sauce. And then I'm going to add in some yellow mustard. Mm, and about 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. You can use 1/3 if you don't like sweet barbecue sauce. So once I mix that up really well, I'm gonna let it cook down until the mustard and the sugar is really mixed in with that barbecue sauce and the seasonings. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add my chicken from the air fryer in. And look at this. This is good. Let that simmer on the stove for about 20 minutes just to let the barbecue sauce, simmer on down into the chicken. Next, I'm going to start on my sweet potato hash. So I cut up about 2 or 3 sweet potatoes. I'm going to put those in a pan so they can go in the oven. So I put some olive oil on them, some salt, and some pepper. And I'm going to add some minced onions with that as well. And I mix that all up and let it bake for about 30 minutes, maybe 20. And listen, that is it. This meal did not take me long at all. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe and it fills you up good. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.